What if a simple painted line could divide nations yet unite communities? This isn't fiction, but the reality of Derby Line, Vermont and Stanstead, Quebec. These towns, nestled along the US-Canada border, share more than just a map. They share a unique heritage, a story woven from the threads of two nations. Our journey begins at the Haskell Free Library and Opera House, a grand Victorian building that sits squarely on the international boundary. One side rests in the United States, the other in Canada. Step across the library's ornate wooden floor and you've crossed an international border. This isn't a heavily guarded frontier. Instead, a simple black line painted across the floor marks the divide. It's a visual reminder of the invisible thread that binds and separates these two communities. This line is more than just a border. It represents a shared history, a common ground where two cultures meet and mingle. Stay with us as we uncover the hidden stories of these extraordinary border towns. The Haskell Free Library and Opera House stands as a proud symbol of this unique relationship. Built in 1904 by a wealthy American family, the library was designed to straddle the border, a physical embodiment of cross-border unity. Its doors, open to residents of both countries, offer not just books, but a space where stories from two nations merge into one. They offer a space for communities to connect, for cultures to intersect. Inside, children from both sides of the border pore over the same stories, their laughter echoing through the grand reading rooms. Upstairs, the Opera House hosts performances that draw audiences from both nations. The stage becomes a platform for shared experiences where music and theatre transcend political boundaries. The library challenges our perceptions of borders, reminding us that lines on a map don't have to divide us. The story of Derby Line and Stanstead is steeped in history, a tale that unfolds against the backdrop of changing times. The two towns, once bustling centres of industry and trade, have weathered economic storms and witnessed the ebb and flow of progress. Yet, through it all, they have held onto their unique identity, their shared heritage. The streets, lined with charming Victorian homes and quaint shops, whisper tales of a bygone era. Each brick and cobblestone tells a story, each building a testament to the resilience and spirit of the people who call this place home. The past is not forgotten here. It's woven into the fabric of everyday life, a constant reminder of the enduring bond between these two communities. The border is never far from mind. It's a constant presence, a thread that runs through the very fabric of life in Derby Line and Stanstead. Locals cross it daily, often without a second thought, their lives a tapestry woven from the threads of both nations. Children attend school on one side while their parents work on the other. Friendships blossom across the line, their roots firmly planted in the shared ground of community. Even romance knows no boundaries, as couples from both sides find love and build lives together. This unique situation has fostered a sense of community unlike any other. Residents of Derby Line and Stanstead understand the complexities of borders, the challenges and opportunities they present. They have learned to navigate the intricacies of two legal systems, two cultures, two ways of life. For them, the border is not a barrier, but a bridge, a defining feature of their lives, a source of pride and identity. Before the arrival of Europeans, the land where Derby Line and Stanstead now stand was the traditional territory of the Abenaki people. These indigenous inhabitants lived in harmony with nature, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of the seasons. The Abenaki knew the forests and waterways like the backs of their hands. They fished the abundant rivers, hunted in the verdant woods, and cultivated crops in the fertile valleys. Their villages, scattered along the banks of the Tomophobia River, were places of community, tradition, and deep spiritual connection to the land. Though their physical presence may have faded, the spirit of the Abenaki still lingers in the whispers of the wind through the trees, the gentle flow of the river, and the silent strength of the ancient hills. Their story is a vital part of the region's history, a reminder of the enduring connection between people and place. The Tomophobia River, flowing serenely through the heart of these towns, has long been a defining feature of the landscape. For the Abenaki, it was a source of sustenance and a spiritual artery connecting them to the land. For the European settlers who followed, it became a lifeline, a source of power, and a catalyst for economic growth. The river's course, meandering through dense forests and fertile meadows, carved a natural boundary through the wilderness. The Tomophobia's rushing waters powered the mills and factories that would transform the region's economy. Its banks became hubs of commerce and industry, drawing people from far and wide seeking their fortune in the burgeoning towns. Today, the Tomophobia River remains a vital part of the landscape, a source of recreation and a reminder of the region's rich history. The story of Derby Line and Stanstead is a tale of two settlements, each with its own unique origins, yet forever linked by their proximity to the border. In the late 18th century, pioneers from Massachusetts settled in Derby Line, drawn by the promise of fertile lands and new opportunities. They named their settlement Derby after the Earl of Derby, a prominent British figure. The line was added later, a nod to its location along the border that would come to define its identity. Stanstead, on the Quebec side, emerged around the same time, settled by loyalists fleeing the American Revolution. These two communities, though separated by a political boundary, grew up side by side, their histories intertwined like the branches of trees reaching across a shared fence. They faced common challenges, celebrated shared triumphs, and forged a unique bond that transcended the lines on the map. The arrival of the 19th century brought with it a wave of industrialization that would transform both Derby Line and Stanstead. The Tomophobia River, flowing with relentless energy, powered sawmills and factories that transformed this border region into a hub of industrial progress. Sawmills sprang up along its banks, their whirring blades transforming the region's abundant timber into lumber for building a nation. Gristmills ground grain into flour, feeding the growing population, and textile mills spun cotton into cloth, clothing the people of both towns. The hum of industry filled the air, a symphony of progress that echoed through the valleys. Workers crossed the border with ease, their livelihoods intertwined with the factories and mills that straddled the international boundary. This shared economic prosperity forged strong ties between the two communities. The rumble of progress echoed through the valleys once more in the mid-19th century with the arrival of the railroad. The iron horse, a symbol of modernity and expansion, steamed into Derby Line and Stanstead, connecting these once isolated towns to the wider world. The railroad brought with it a new era of commerce and connectivity. Goods flowed in and out of the region with ease, connecting local industries to distant markets. People, too, embraced the ease of rail travel, venturing beyond their familiar borders to explore new horizons. The railroad stations, bustling hubs of activity, became symbols of progress and interconnection. The arrival of the railroad solidified Derby Line and Stanstead's positions as important centers of trade and transportation. Despite their intertwined histories and shared experiences, Derby Line and Stanstead have always maintained their distinct national identities. The Stars and Stripes flutters proudly in Derby Line, a symbol of American independence and spirit. Across the border in Stanstead, the maple leaf flies high, representing Canadian pride and its British heritage. These two flags, emblems of different national narratives, stand as visual reminders of the political boundary that divides these two towns. Yet they also symbolize the spirit of cooperation and mutual respect that has come to define the relationship between Derby Line and Stanstead. Residents of both towns understand the significance of the border, but they also recognize the importance of shared history, culture, and community. This unique duality is what makes Derby Line and Stanstead so fascinating. Throughout the year, the calendar in Derby Line and Stanstead bursts with a vibrant tapestry of celebrations, each one a testament to the shared heritage and joie de vivre of these border towns. From the moment spring awakens the land with a burst of color to the hushed beauty of a snow-kissed winter wonderland, there's always something to bring the community together. Summer explodes with the joyous energy of the Fête Nationale du Québec, a celebration of Quebecois culture and identity that spills across the border, drawing residents from both sides into its vibrant embrace. The air crackles with music, laughter, and the tantalizing aromas of traditional Quebecois cuisine. As autumn paints the trees in fiery hues, the scent of maple syrup hangs heavy in the air, a sweet reminder of the annual Maple Festival. Families gather to celebrate this quintessential Canadian treat, indulging in maple-infused delights and reveling in the warm camaraderie of the season. And when winter blankets the land in a pristine white, the spirit of the holiday season transforms Derby Line and Stanstead into a magical wonderland. Beneath the surface of these vibrant celebrations lies a deep-seated sense of community that binds the people of Derby Line and Stanstead together. It's a connection forged over generations, strengthened by shared experiences, and nurtured by a mutual respect that transcends borders. This sense of belonging is evident in the everyday rhythms of life, in the friendly greetings exchanged across fences, the helping hands offered without hesitation, and the genuine warmth that permeates every interaction. Whether it's gathering for a local fundraiser, cheering on the high school hockey team, or simply enjoying a leisurely afternoon chat at the local cafe, residents of Derby Line and Stanstead understand the true meaning of community. They know that it's not just about living in the same place, but about sharing a common bond, a sense of belonging that transcends geographical boundaries. This deep-rooted sense of community is what makes Derby Line and Stanstead so special. In these border towns, the concept of family extends beyond bloodlines, encompassing neighbors, friends, and even those who simply share the unique experience of living in this extraordinary place. It's a place where children grow up playing together, oblivious to the line that divides their nations, and where friendships blossom over backyard fences, nurtured by shared laughter and childhood dreams. Generations of families have witnessed the ebb and flow of life in Derby Line and Stanstead, sharing in each other's joys and sorrows. They've celebrated births and weddings, offered comfort during times of loss, and supported each other through life's inevitable ups and downs. This intergenerational connection runs deep, weaving a rich tapestry of shared history and experience. Grandparents share stories of a time when the border seemed less defined, when crossing back and forth was as simple as a walk down the street. The act of crossing the border, a mundane aspect of daily life for residents of Derby Line and Stanstead, becomes a powerful metaphor for the bridges built between these two communities. Every time someone walks, bikes, or drives across that line, they're not just changing countries, they're strengthening the invisible threads that bind these towns together. Children cross the border to attend school, their laughter echoing in hallways where English and French intermingle like the notes of a familiar song. Families gather for Sunday brunch, their conversations a blend of accents and perspectives, their meals a fusion of culinary traditions. Even the simple act of shopping becomes a cross-border affair, as residents navigate the nuances of different currencies and embrace the opportunity to support businesses on both sides of the line. The culinary landscape of Derby Line and Stanstead is a testament to the delicious fusion of cultures that defines this border region. It's a place where the hearty flavors of New England cuisine blend seamlessly with the delicate nuances of French-Canadian cooking, creating a symphony of taste that tantalizes the palate. Walk into a local eatery, and you'll find poutine, crispy fries topped with rich gravy and cheese curds, alongside steaming bowls of New England clam chowder, reflecting a culinary harmony that transcends borders. The aroma of maple syrup, a Canadian staple, mingles with the scent of freshly baked apple pie, an American classic, creating a sensory experience that transcends borders. This culinary fusion extends beyond restaurants, permeating the kitchens of homes where families gather around tables laden with dishes that reflect their dual heritage. A pot of baked beans, a New England staple, might sit next to a dish of tourtière, a savory meat pie with French-Canadian roots. As the sun begins its descent, casting long shadows across the streets of Derby Line and Stanstead, the sounds of laughter and music fill the air, a testament to the vibrant cultural life that thrives in these border towns. The Haskell Free Library and Opera House, standing as a proud symbol of unity, hosts a diverse array of performances that draw audiences from both sides of the border. One evening, the stage might come alive with the soulful melodies of a bluegrass band from Vermont, their music echoing the rich musical heritage of the region. The next night, the same stage might be graced by the elegant movements of a dance troupe from Quebec, their performance a celebration of French-Canadian culture and artistry. This cross-border exchange of talent and creativity extends beyond the grand stage of the Opera House, finding expression in local pubs and cafes where musicians gather for impromptu jam sessions. The melodies of traditional Quebecois folk songs intermingle with the rhythms of American blues and jazz, creating a unique soundscape that reflects the rich tapestry of musical influences that converge in this border region. Subscribe and join us as we explore more untold stories of places where borders blur and connections thrive. Beyond the charming streets and bustling community life of Derby Line and Stanstead lies a world of natural splendor that captivates the soul. Towering mountains, their peaks often shrouded in a veil of mist, rise majestically on the horizon, a testament to the raw beauty of the region. These ancient sentinels, carved by the relentless forces of time and nature, have borne witness to the ebb and flow of life in these valleys for millennia. Their slopes, cloaked in dense forests of maple, birch, and pine, offer a sanctuary for a diverse array of wildlife, their presence a reminder of the delicate balance of the ecosystem. As the seasons paint the landscape in ever-changing hues, the mountains stand as steadfast guardians, their presence a source of inspiration and awe. In spring, their slopes erupt in a riot of green as new life bursts forth. Summer cloaks them in a verdant embrace, the air thick with the scent of pine needles and wildflowers. Autumn transforms the mountains into a breathtaking tapestry of color, the leaves ablaze with fiery hues of crimson, gold, and russet. And when winter's icy breath descends, blanketing the peaks in a pristine white, the mountains stand in silent majesty, their presence a testament to the enduring power of nature. Witness the breathtaking landscapes where mountains touch the sky and two nations share the horizon. The forests surrounding Derby Line and Stanstead beckon with an irresistible allure, their trails winding through a verdant wonderland of towering trees, babbling brooks, and hidden glades bathed in dappled sunlight. Here, beneath the canopy of leaves, the air is alive with the sounds of nature's symphony. The gentle rustling of leaves whispers secrets carried on the breeze. The melodic calls of songbirds echo through the trees, their voices a chorus of joy, celebrating the beauty of the day. And the soft murmur of a nearby stream, its waters tumbling over moss-covered rocks, creates a soothing soundtrack for a leisurely stroll through this enchanting realm. In spring, the forest floor erupts in a vibrant display of wildflowers, their delicate blooms a kaleidoscope of color against the backdrop of emerald green. Summer transforms the forest into a shady haven from the heat, its paths offering respite from the sun's rays. Autumn paints the leaves in fiery hues of crimson, gold, and russet, transforming the forest into a breathtaking spectacle of color. And when winter arrives, blanketing the ground in a pristine white, the forest takes on a hushed beauty, its trees standing like silent sentinels beneath a canopy of snow. For those who venture into the wilderness, the forest reveals its secrets to those who listen and observe. Amidst towering trees, diverse wildlife thrives, a testament to rich biodiversity. White-tailed deer graze peacefully, blending with dappled sunlight. Squirrels scamper along branches, their tails twitching. Raptors circle above, scanning for prey. The air buzzes with insects, a reminder of life's interconnectedness. Chipmunks dart through the undergrowth. You might glimpse a black bear, a symbol of wildness. As dusk settles, the nocturnal world awakens. Owls call softly, their hoots echoing. Fireflies flicker like tiny stars, illuminating the night. The forest, cloaked in darkness, becomes enchanting. The Tomophobia River, its waters flowing serenely through the heart of Derby Line and Stanstead, offers a haven of tranquility for those seeking respite from the hustle and bustle of daily life. Its banks, lined with willow trees and wildflowers, create a picturesque setting for quiet contemplation. Cast a line into the river's clear waters, and you might be rewarded with a catch of trout or bass. Launch a kayak or canoe and glide silently downstream, the gentle current carrying you through a world of peace and solitude. Or simply find a shady spot on the riverbank, close your eyes, and listen to the soothing sounds of nature's symphony. The gentle lapping of water against the shore, the rustling of leaves in the breeze, and the melodic calls of birds create a harmonious soundtrack that soothes the soul. As you breathe in the fresh air, fragrant with the scent of pine needles and wildflowers, you'll feel your worries melt away, replaced by a sense of deep peace and contentment. The Tomophobia River, with its timeless beauty and tranquil ambience, serves as a constant reminder of the importance of connecting with nature, of finding solace in the simple pleasures of life. For those seeking a more active exploration of the natural beauty surrounding Derby Line and Stanstead, a network of hiking and biking trails beckons. These trails, winding through forests, along rivers and up mountain slopes, offer a journey through history as well as nature. Follow the footsteps of indigenous peoples who once traversed these lands, their presence still palpable in the ancient trees and moss-covered rocks. Discover the remnants of old logging roads, testaments to a bygone era when these forests echoed with the sounds of industry, and marvel at the panoramic views from mountain summits, the world stretching out before you in all its glory. Whether you're an experienced hiker seeking a challenging climb or a leisurely stroller looking for a peaceful walk in the woods, these trails offer something for everyone. Pack a picnic lunch and enjoy a midday meal amidst the beauty of nature. Bring your binoculars and observe the diverse array of bird life that calls this region home. Or simply lose yourself in the tranquility of the forest, allowing the sights, sounds, and smells of nature to rejuvenate your spirit. Along these trails, you'll discover not only the beauty of the natural world, but also the rich history and cultural heritage that have shaped this unique corner of the world. As darkness descends upon Derby Line and Stanstead, a breathtaking spectacle unfolds overhead. Far from the bright lights of the city, the night sky bursts forth in a dazzling display of celestial wonders. Under a sky bursting with stars, each one a tiny light from a journey of eons, the night becomes a velvet canvas of celestial wonders. The Milky Way, our own galaxy, stretches across the heavens like a river of light, its ethereal glow illuminating the darkness. Find a secluded spot away from any light pollution, spread out a blanket and lie back to marvel at this awe-inspiring display. Trace the constellations, their familiar patterns etched across the night sky for millennia. Search for shooting stars, their fleeting streaks of light a reminder of the vastness and wonder of the universe. In this tranquil setting, far from the noise and distractions of modern life, it's easy to feel a sense of connection to something much larger than yourself. The vastness of the universe, the infinite number of stars, and the mysteries they hold inspire a sense of awe and wonder that transcends words. As you gaze up at the starlit sky, you'll feel your worries and cares melt away, replaced by a sense of peace and tranquility that only the natural world can provide. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of nights, there is always light to be found, if only we take the time to look up and see it. Dawn breaks over Derby Line and Stanstead, painting the sky in hues of pink and gold, a silent symphony of color that knows no national boundaries. The rooster's crow, a familiar sound on both sides of the border, heralds the start of a new day, a day much like any other, yet uniquely their own. In kitchens filled with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee and maple syrup, families gather. Their conversations a blend of English and French, their routines a reflection of the intertwined lives they lead. Children, their backpacks slung over their shoulders, head off to school, some crossing the border with a casual wave to the familiar face of the border guard, others remaining within their own national boundaries. The rhythm of the day picks up as shops open their doors, welcoming customers with a friendly bonjour or good morning, the currencies of two nations changing hands with ease. The scent of freshly baked bread wafts from the local boulangerie, mingling with the aroma of coffee brewing at the corner diner, a sensory tapestry woven from the threads of two cultures. As the sun climbs higher, casting long shadows across the streets, the pulse of life quickens. Farmers' markets brim with fresh produce. Local artisans display their crafts. And the sounds of laughter and conversation fill the air, a symphony of human connection that transcends borders. Life in Derby Line and Stanstead unfolds like a delicate dance, a graceful negotiation between the realities of a border and the seamless rhythm of shared lives. It's a dance that requires a unique blend of pragmatism and flexibility, a willingness to embrace the complexities of living in a place where national identities coexist. Residents navigate the intricacies of two legal systems, two sets of rules and regulations, with a practiced ease. They know which side of the border offers the best deals on groceries, which gas station has cheaper fuel, and which post office is best for mailing packages across the border. They understand the nuances of border crossings, the importance of carrying proper identification, and the occasional delays that can occur during peak travel times. Yet they take these inconveniences in stride, their patience a testament to the deep-rooted bonds that unite them. For them, the border is not an insurmountable barrier, but rather a permeable membrane, a line that defines but does not divide. They've learned to live with its presence, to adapt to its demands, and to celebrate the unique opportunities it presents. It's in the everyday moments, the seemingly insignificant interactions, that the true spirit of Derby Line and Stanstead shines through. It's the neighborly wave across the street, the shared laughter over a backyard fence, the casual conversation struck up while waiting in line at the grocery store. It's the annual July 4th picnic, hosted this year on the Canadian side, where American flags flutter alongside Canadian flags, a testament to the spirit of friendship and goodwill that binds these two communities. It's the impromptu hockey game on the frozen surface of the Tomophobia River, where kids from both sides of the border chase the puck with equal passion, their national allegiances momentarily forgotten in the heat of competition. And it's the quiet moments of reflection, the shared sunsets over the mountains, the hushed beauty of a snowfall that blankets both towns in a pristine white, that remind residents of the things that unite them, the common ground they share despite their differences. Love, too, finds a way to bloom in the unique soil of Derby Line and Stanstead, its roots reaching across the border, drawing hearts together despite the lines on a map. It's the story of the young couple, he from Vermont, she from Quebec, who met at the local library, their shared love of books blossoming into a love that knows no boundaries. It's the tale of the elderly couple married for over 50 years, their home straddling the border, their lives a testament to the enduring power of love to bridge any divide. Their front door, a symbol of unity, opens onto two countries. Their kitchen table, a place where conversations flow seamlessly between English and French. Their love story, a reminder that home is where the heart is. And it's the countless other love stories, big and small, that unfold every day in these border towns. Stories of friendships forged, families created, and communities strengthened by the bonds of love that know no political boundaries. Every brick and cobblestone in Derby Line and Stanstead whispers a story, every building a silent testament to the shared history of these border towns. There's the old customs house, now a museum. Its exhibits a poignant reminder of a time when the border was more rigidly enforced. There's the Grand Victorian home, its porch straddling the border, where generations of one family have witnessed the ebb and flow of life on both sides of the line. And there's the small park, its benches strategically placed so that residents from both countries can sit side by side, their conversations carried on the breeze. These stories, passed down through generations, woven into the fabric of everyday life, are a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit. They speak of a time when life was simpler, yet perhaps more complex, when the border was both a barrier and a bridge, a source of both division and unity. As dusk settles over Derby Line and Stanstead, casting long shadows across the streets, the sounds of two national anthems played on different sides of the border drift through the air. The melodies, distinct yet harmonious, blend together in a poignant reminder of the unique duality that defines life in these border towns. For a brief moment, the border seems to fade, its physical presence overshadowed by the shared heritage and common ground that unite these two communities. As the last notes of the anthems fade into the twilight, a sense of peace descends upon Derby Line and Stanstead. The border, once again a visible line, stands as a testament to the complexities of the human experience, a reminder that even in a world often divided by differences, there is always hope for unity, understanding, and a shared sense of belonging. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows across the streets of Derby Line and Stanstead, the border that divides them remains. It's a tangible presence, etched into the landscape, marked by lines on maps and the occasional customs booth. Yet in the fading light, it also becomes something more, something less easily defined. It transforms into a metaphor, a symbol of the delicate dance between separation and unity that defines this unique corner of the world. The border, once a barrier to movement and interaction, has over generations become a thread in the tapestry of shared lives. It's a testament to the human capacity for adaptation, for finding common ground even in the face of division. The residents of Derby Line and Stanstead, through their everyday lives, have redefined what it means to live on a border. They've transformed a line on a map into a bridge of understanding, a testament to the enduring power of community and shared experience. The story of Derby Line and Stanstead is, in many ways, a microcosm of the human experience. It's a story of resilience, of adapting to changing times, of overcoming challenges and emerging stronger for it. These towns have weathered economic storms, witnessed shifts in global politics, and navigated the ever-evolving dynamics of cross-border relations. Through it all, they have held on to their unique identity, their shared history, and their unwavering sense of community. The residents of Derby Line and Stanstead understand that life on the border is not always easy. It requires a certain tenacity, a willingness to embrace the unexpected, and a deep-seated belief in the power of human connection to transcend political boundaries. Their story is a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity, a reminder that even in a world often divided by differences, there is always hope to be found in the shared experiences that bind us together. The American and Canadian flags, symbols of distinct national identities, fly proudly on either side of the border that divides Derby Line and Stanstead. They represent different histories, different cultures, and different ways of life. Yet in this unique setting, they also represent something more, something that transcends the lines they are meant to define. They represent the spirit of coexistence, the understanding that differences can coexist without diminishing the bonds of shared humanity. They are a testament to the power of mutual respect and cooperation, a reminder that even in a world often polarized by nationalistic fervor, there is always room for understanding and collaboration. The residents of Derby Line and Stanstead in their everyday lives embody this spirit of unity. They navigate the complexities of dual citizenship, embrace the richness of cultural exchange, and celebrate the common ground they share as members of a single community. The true beauty of Derby Line and Stanstead lies not in their differences, but in the way those differences harmonize to create a vibrant and unique cultural tapestry. The lilt of French mingles with the cadence of English in local cafes. The aroma of maple syrup, a Canadian staple, blends with the scent of freshly baked apple pie, an American classic, creating a sensory experience that transcends borders. The streets are a testament to this fusion, lined with buildings that reflect a blend of architectural styles. Victorian-era homes with their intricate gingerbread trim stand alongside more modern structures, their designs a reflection of the evolving tastes of two nations. This blending of cultures extends beyond the physical landscape, permeating the very fabric of life in Derby Line and Stanstead. It's evident in the local cuisine, a delicious fusion of French, Canadian, and New England flavors. It's reflected in the arts and entertainment scene, where musicians, artists, and performers draw inspiration from both sides of the border. In a world often fractured by division, Derby Line and Stanstead stand as a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring power of human connection to transcend political boundaries. Their story is a reminder that cooperation is not a sign of weakness, but a source of strength. It's a testament to the belief that shared values and common goals can unite people from different backgrounds, cultures, and walks of life. The residents of Derby Line and Stanstead, through their everyday actions, offer a powerful message to the world, a message of unity, of understanding, and of the boundless potential of human collaboration. They remind us that borders, while a part of our geopolitical reality, need not define us. They are a testament to the belief that we are all part of something larger than ourselves, that our shared humanity transcends the lines we draw on maps, and that together we can build a more peaceful and interconnected world. The story of Derby Line and Stanstead is far from over. It's a story that continues to unfold with each passing day, each interaction, each shared experience. The border that divides them will remain, a physical reminder of the complexities of our world. Yet the spirit of unity, the bonds of community, and the enduring power of human connection will continue to thrive. As you leave this unique corner of the world, carry with you the spirit of Derby Line and Stanstead. Remember the lessons learned, the friendships forged, and the hope that flourishes when people choose unity over division, understanding over prejudice, and love over hate. Let their story light the way, a beacon of hope that reminds us, even in the shadows, shared humanity always shines brighter than the lines that divide.